everyone, welcome back to my channel where I like to make, create, and inspire fun art things with you. Today I have 3 amazing DIY projects that can be for indoor and outdoor use and can be customizable to your home decor type. But before we get into that, I want to thank all of you for your comments in my last video. I am so glad a lot of you would like to see my makeover, so that will be coming soon. So without further ado, let's art today. Jumping into DIY number 1, which has to be one of my favorites, and I know I say that about a lot of my DIYs, but this tray was only $3 and I purchased it from Dollar Tree. It is pretty decent for the price and it was good quality, so I wanted to make it over. I've been wanting to do one of these trays for a long time and I'm glad I found one at Dollar Tree. So I wanted to give this tray a natural look, so I have some of this Rust-Oleum dark walnut stain that I am going to put onto the tray. Now I didn't want it too dark, but I haven't really used stain that often and I think I went a little bit darker than I wanted to, but it still came out perfectly. I'm just dipping in an old rag and wiping it on and then wiping the excess off. Now it's easier to use a foam brush if you have one to get in those corners, but I couldn't find mine at this time, so I'm just using a rag. And here's how the tray turned out after I put all the stain on. I did do underneath as well because I wanted it to be completely done. Now my favorite part, which is decorating the tray. I've been collecting these rub-on transfer stickers for a long time, back when Dollar Tree was just $1. And I am using the first one for this tray. I just love these stickers and I think it would go perfectly with this tray. I also wanted to decorate the tray using some of this scrapbook paper that I had on hand, and it does say being wicked is more fun. And like I said earlier, you can customize these trays however you like it. This for me tells me that it is springtime and that's how me and my family decorate, but like I said, if it's not your cup of tea, you can change it however you like. Now I'm just trying to put on those rub-on transfer stickers onto the tray. Now I do want to mention that the stain and the adhesive on those rub-on transfers wasn't really liking each other, so it did take some elbow grease, but it eventually got put on. Now to attach the scrapbook paper to the tray, I'm just using some Dollar Tree tacky glue and I'm giving it a good layer of it on the back, because then I'm taking the spatula and pressing it down firmly and removing the excess with the spatula. So I'm going in with more of those rub-on transfer stickers and I'm adding it to the bottom of the tray, filling it up as much as I like. Now I really love these stickers. It makes the tray feel vintage, something that you would find at a thrift store or at a Victorian estate sale, something to that matter, which I absolutely love. And lastly, I am dry brushing some of that sheepskin chalk paint that I absolutely love all over the tray, even on top of the stickers and on the sides and some on the bottom. And here's how the tray turned out. Like I said before, I absolutely love this thing. It's a little bit darker than what I pictured it to begin with, but I think it turned out so awesome. I really love how it looks put all together, and then I did go in and add a couple things on top of it as well, as you will see here. Look how adorable it is. Now, like I was saying earlier, I am using, well, I said in my last video, I'm using a lot of this decor that I'm doing for spring for my outside patio, and I do go in and cover it with a clear coat of sealer on all of my projects that need to be sealed. If you love it as much as I do, leave me a comment down below, and also leave me a comment to let me know what is your type of style for spring. Is it farmhouse? Is it modern? Is it weird like me? Let me know. Jumping into DIY number 2, which is absolutely so cool that I have made on my channel by far. And I'm just using some of these garden fences that you will find at Dollar Tree. And I picked up 5 of them. Now, depending on how tall you want them or short you want them is how many you would want to buy. I'm showing you here, they have these pieces on the side to connect the fences so that they stay aligned, but I'm going to be using them vertically, so I don't really need those pieces. So the first step I'm doing is going in with that sheepskin chalk paint that I use on everything so far, and I'm just lightly dry brushing it all over of those fences. Now I finally found that foam brush that I needed for the first project to use, and that's what I'm using to paint all of the fences. Now I'm laying the fences out onto my table vertically to see where I need to attach the pieces together, and at each stake I'm adding some hot glue and then pressing it down onto the next fence, as you see here. To give it some extra support, I have some of these zip ties that I'm connecting where I just hot glued each fence to each other. Next, to decorate the fences and to hide some of those zip ties, I am going to decorate it using some green floral moss. I add a nice chunk of hot glue down to the area where I want to cover, and then I put the green moss on top. Then I go in and trim it down with my scissors, and I continue this until I have the fence covered the way I like it. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel and you made it this far, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. And if you subscribe today, make sure to hit the bell notification so that YouTube can always notify you when I upload a new video. And I would really love for you to be part of my virtual art family. And lastly, I have some of this magnetic buttons and some super glue that I'm going to attach to the back of my fence. Now on my patio, I have a little storage area that has a metal door, so these magnetics buttons will work perfectly on that. If you don't have that and you still want to attach it to a door, you can use command strips or anything that will work for your area. Here's how it turned out. I absolutely love it. I think it works perfectly for my space, and I can't wait to decorate it later. Now my door is very tall, and I could use about 3 more pieces, which I am planning to do later on today, but I just absolutely love it. Moving into DIY number 3, which is by far the cutest one. I found this birdhouse at Dollar Tree for $5. Now $5 is a bit much that I would like to spend on one item at Dollar Tree, but the size of it I feel like it makes up for it, and I just think it's so cute, and I really wanted to give this one a makeover. I'm just removing the labels so that I can prepare it to paint. So primarily this whole birdhouse is going to be white, and I am using some white chalk paint. I give the birdhouse 2 coats of this, really thick coats, to make sure everything is covered. After the paint has completely dried, I will start painting on the roof. Now the roof has these ridges that kind of look like those metal houses, metal roof houses, and I'm painting every other one with that black chalk paint. Then after I completed this half of the roof, I will do the same on the other half of the roof. Instead of painting it exactly the same, I did it opposite. So I first started with black on the first side, so the opposite side has white to begin with. Next, I'm painting in the little knobs on the birdhouse, and then all the bottom section I will go in with that same black acrylic chalk paint. To add some more detail to my birdhouse, I will be using this package of rub-on transfer stickers. Now I just cut off a little piece of section of it which mainly has different types of leaves, and I'm placing it underneath the roof of the birdhouse and then rubbing it on first with my finger and then next with a spatula, really pushing down so that all of the sticker details will adhere to the birdhouse. Rubbing on these transfer stickers to the birdhouse or on top of the chalk paint worked way easier than the transfer stickers on the stain. I don't know if the stain was too oily or what it was, but it worked much better on the birdhouse. I continue cutting out pieces and placing them all over the birdhouse to my liking. And lastly, I'm just adding 2 more of those rub-on transfer stickers to the front of the birdhouse. And here's how the birdhouse turned out. I absolutely love it. It's so modern. It's fresh. It gives such a pop of color, especially the colors I love very much. If you have been following me for quite some time, you know I love everything black and white stripes or accents all around my house. If you love it as much as I do, let me know down in the comments section that the birdhouse was your favorite DIY for today. Once again, here is an overview of everything that I've done today and in my past DIYs. If you have missed out on my past DIYs, I will make sure to leave it here in a note card for you and also in the description box below. If you are new here, I would love for you to stay by clicking that subscribe button so that you can be notified every time I upload new content, and I would love for you to be part of my virtual art family. I had so much fun making all of these DIYs today. Make sure to remember to leave me a comment down below as to which one was your favorite of the day. And thank you so much, everyone. I will see you in the next one.